far, the number that we've seen is £1.7 billion. So, taking into consideration that some deals might not be disclosed or that some big deals might be waiting to be signed on the very last minute, I wouldn't be surprised if we reached the 2 billion mark. So, yes, it is crazy. We are living in the middle of an economic crisis. We are expecting this winter to be the most expensive ever, but the fees are going up. And we had a couple of years of a bit of a slowdown because of COVID and the consecutive lockdowns. But we are higher than ever, which kind of means that, it's increasing and there's nothing stopping it. We saw that the transfer window actually resulted in smaller amounts of money during the last 2 years. But again, that smaller amount of money that we're talking about is still approximately 1.1 billion. So it is smaller, but it is still substantial. So we're seeing this extravagant amount of money every year spent on football. So yes, some clubs are affected, and we should not be hiding this. We should be discussing it. But we see that clubs are willing to invest in talent, and we see that investment actually increasing in value every year. So the number now is higher than it was last year. Even if we combine both transfer windows, it's still higher for this particular window. But at the same time, there's demand for it. So as long as we see demand for players and as long as we see demand from the people, then clubs will keep on paying, even if that means that they are actually ending up in debt. And that's not something we're discussing for the first time. We know that clubs are increasing the debt year after year in the hopes of finally, earning enough money to kind of pay that back. But it is a never-ending cycle. Every year they spend more. Every year we're having the same discussion, or is this viable? Well, it is happening. So either we're all living in a very big bubble, and football is weird enough to support a bubble, or we will see this increasing and increasing and increasing in an unstoppable manner. Football is supposed to respond, as any industry, to the demand. Fans are still buying merchandise with the new players, their names on the shirts. They're still buying subscriptions to watch football on TV. They're still paying tickets and buying season cards. So there is demand. Football just has to provide the supply. And demand is not going anywhere. Even if we know, for example, that this year we will possibly struggle with the amount of money we have to pay for our bills, people will still go out and buy tickets and merchandise and season cards. So how will we tell football that what they're doing doesn't make sense?